Hello everybody, it's Bricks on a Budget coming to you with another video. I decided to do the review for the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter, 412 pieces, and right now as of recording this, it retails at Walmart and Amazon. You can get it on sort of a sale or a discount for $47.99. Its original MSRP, I believe, was $59.99. So right now is a good time to get this if you haven't got one already. I just recently got this at my local Walmart. So that being said, let's get into it. You get 4 minifigures. You get the, I guess, engineer or pit crew. Peli Motto, I believe is her name. I might be pronouncing that wrong. She's very cool. She's utilizing the Batman belt to simulate her tool belt. She's got some very cool hair. I don't remember seeing this hair before, at least I don't think, in any set I've ever come across anyhow. Uh, she's got her wrench. Um, what I think is most interesting about her is her hair. Just looking at her hair, the texture, the feel, and even the look of it, it kind of reminds me of Ripley from Aliens a little bit. So that makes me want to get another one of these and make a custom Ripley for Aliens because I think this hair, matter of fact, the face might even work for Ripley. I'd have to look. Might go with a different face, of course, but um, yeah, that screams Ripley to me. One of the standouts and one of the things that stuck out the most out of this set was the BD droid. It's one piece. It's got a little bit of printing. It's got this little anti-stud on the back, anti-stud on the bottom. A little bit of print on the front, not much. But theory is that we would see Cal Kestis come to live action, and this droid might actually be BD1. But at the same time, just like the R2 units, um, they probably made more than just one BD droid, to be fair. Uh, to me, I think this actually is BD1, and I think they just put that in there for a cameo because they knew anybody saw that BD droid, they would think that it was BD1, and I still think it's BD1, even though Cal Kestis didn't show up, unfortunately. You have the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian show, of course. He's got some really cool printing on his arms, very intricate. He's got printing on his legs, his belt line, his torso, his other arm. He's got his jetpack. He's got the dark saber, which is kind of a poor version of the dark saber. I would have thought that Lego might have did something a little better. They could have did some printing on the dark saber to simulate the crackling. But I said crackling, not craggling. He does have a face, just one-sided, which is kind of unusual for the skin tone heads. Usually, a lot of the skin tone heads are usually have two faces. Yeah, pretty decent. And if you've seen Baby Yoda, but nobody ever gets tired of seeing Baby Yoda, so typical Baby Yoda or Grogu. He actually is on the box as Grogu in this set. take another look at Pelly real quick. I don't know if yeah, see, she has she does have two faces. So she's got the smiling face. She's got wrinkles under her eyes and whatnot, a little bit there. See if I can get it focus. So yeah, this face wouldn't really be suitable for Ripley, I don't think, because Ripley in my mind was probably in her late 20s, early 30s during Aliens. Okay, so on to the Starfighter itself. Now, what makes my Starfighter a little different than other people's Starfighters is if I knew that there's two opposite sides of a set, I tend to just go off script and build the other side the opposite way I would build. So what I did that with the engine, the side sponson engines. So they actually give you enough parts so you can build the mirror image the exact same way. So in the instructions, you're actually supposed to build this engine differently. And it's actually got like this extra panel that sticks up on here. I did not build it that way. I build it mirror image. I like symmetry. I'm very OCD that way. Like this right here is different than this side here. Oops, got you off camera. Then this, so this side is built differently than the other side over here, and so that bugged me a little bit, but you know. And there's, I mean, it's supposed to be like a junkyard fighter, you know. In other words, you know, this was basically a junkyard find. So you got these like weird spaces and stuff and different parts that show the studs to make it look a little junky. I never did get a Naboo Starfighter from the old Naboo sets, so this was like my first time ever building a Naboo Starfighter, or I mean, because that's what this is technically, but it's obviously built probably different. But and then you have the double cockpits. You got the one cockpit for Grogu, and then you got the other cockpit for Mando. Now the problem is Mando cannot go in with his backpack on or his jetpack on, so you have to take his blade, take it apart. You got to take off his head and then take off the jetpack, and then the Starfighter does have a storage compartment right here where you can stick his jetpack and his blade, but you got to take the blade apart. So that's kind of nice. That way you don't lose it. And as tight as Grogu's compartment looks, you just put him right there. There's just enough clearance from his ears for it not to close. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I will definitely have to figure out a way to build some stands, because I want to turn around and put all my Star Wars fighters on stands and be able to display them all. And I think for this one in particular, I want one of the stands where it's going to be kind of on its side like that. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And if I do, I will share that. So at any rate, since I built both of these engines the same, and since they give you enough parts for all that, you'll end up with a whole bunch of these extra parts. But that's okay. Like I said, I like symmetry, so my Starfighter is a tad bit different because it would have had a thing sticking up and a panel kind of coming out like this, and I'm not mad about it. Like once I got so far in the instructions and I realized I goofed up on that, I was like, whatever, because I don't really care for that the way it looked anyhow. So mine's just slightly different than other people's. You turn it upside down, it's all kind of anti-studs, of course. This engine, this bottom engine right here was tricky because I put it right dead in the center and it ended up being down too far. So every time you put it down, that the engine would fall off. You actually have to put it up a little bit higher on this part here, so that way it goes up into the recess of the ship. So that way it's nice and flat. That way it doesn't rub when you turn around and put it down. Otherwise, that engine will keep falling off. So if you're putting this together and that engine keeps falling off, you don't have that on there right. So I found out that the hard way. And what else? There was something else I wanted to talk about on this. Oh, speaking of, yeah, the engine just popped off because I rubbed it. Go figure. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I guess there was something else. There was something else about the ship I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, it does have a. It does have a spring-loaded shooter right here. It's almost hidden, like you can not even really see it on camera, I don't think. But yeah, so you got one of these long bad boys right here. You would turn around, put that in here. Oh, jeez. And then you hit this right here, and it comes flying out at you, basically. So yeah. But very cool. Like I said, now's the time to get this. I don't think this ship, if you want it, now's the time to get it because it's down to $47.99. I really doubt it's going to come down further than that. If it does, you might wait till clearance. When the clearance starts up, it might go on clearance. You might get it cheaper. But honestly, I wouldn't want to miss out on this set because you get, like I said, you get a BD droid, you get Peli, and you get a really cool ship. You get the newest version of Mando with the Darksaber, and you get a Baby Grogu or Baby Yoda. And it's a very cool ship. It was fun to build, and yeah. So this is Bricks on a Budget telling you all to please like and subscribe, and please, if you're already subscribed, hit that bell for future notifications on future videos, and I will catch you in another video. And this is Bricks on a Budget telling y'all, get built.